Hey guys, my name is Angel Banks. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about leveling up. As someone who's done the work, who's doing the work anyway, I feel like I'm in a good position to kind of give some pointers or things that I've done that have helped me to level up my life. I'm 25 and I feel like all of us just want to do better and just want more for ourselves. So why not just kind of have a little chat? It's so important to decenter men because they're always going to be there. Like, love them, but they just have to take a back seat in this journey, because I feel like when you're trying to build yourself, you cannot be trying to build someone else. As women, we naturally want to build men. We want to make sure that they're doing good. We want to make sure that they are their best self. But then what happens to us? We're on the back burner, and then you start feeling resentful because you're like, why have I put so much time towards somebody when I haven't even worked on myself? We've been brought up to just believe that everything is about being in a relationship and finding a man. And if you're in your late 20s, mid-20s to late 20s, you're probably having a lot of your family members or people who you know asking you, when will you marry? What's going on with you? Where's your girlfriend? Where's your boyfriend? And it's just kind of like, don't allow people to trick you out of your position, because this is the prime time to start working on yourself and start understanding what you want. And obviously now you're in a stage in your life where you have a bit more money, you have a bit more sense, your frontal lobe is starting to develop. So don't be tricked into starting a relationship or becoming very serious with somebody when you haven't even done the work for yourself. So another one is focusing on routines. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a stickler for a routine. I'm a stickler for structure, like, especially because I deal with PTSD. I have to have things a certain way, otherwise it's not really, I don't know, it's really hard for me to kind of describe this. I know if you're dealing with similar things, then you'll understand how much, like, if you are like veer away from your structure or your routine, it can really derail you. As someone who like works from home and does everything at home, it's really easy to not have a structure, to not have a routine, and I feel like that is the one of the main things that you need when you're trying to level up, is having a strong routine, because without that, you're just going to be doing anything and being anywhere when you could be allocating that time into your dreams, your passion, your goal. Even if you're just growing by like 1% every day, that's still something. Making sure that you're allocating time towards the things that you really want to do. This is self-explanatory, but if someone is really not making sense in your life, then maybe it's time to let them go. I always say, if something is confusing, then it's not meant to be. Like, anything that's meant for you would not be confusing. You would not be thinking, what does this mean? Or should I do this or should I do that? Any kind of confusion that I start feeling, I already know that, yeah, that's not for me. You gotta go. You gotta get the hell out of here. For family as well, like, if your family are not supporting you and they're not positive, like, forces in your life, then maybe it's time for you to just separate yourself from those people and focus on yourself, because it doesn't matter what you have externally. If you're not fixing what's inside, none of that's going to really matter. Shadow work and mirror work is so important, and it's so helpful. Like, I will sit in front of the mirror and have a conversation with myself about what I'm insecure about, or what I have not been working hard on, or the things that are worrying me, and I will sit there for a good 5 to 10 minutes. And at first it's a bit weird because you're like, why am I sitting here talking to myself? But I feel like looking at yourself, looking in your eyes, like understanding yourself. You go through the days a lot, like, just without looking in the mirror, without, especially if you're dealing with like depression, anxiety, or PTSD, you don't really want to face yourself a lot of the time. So I feel like doing mirror work is so important, because it gives you that time to really look at yourself. You're beautiful, you're amazing, you're able, you're capable, you always show up for yourself. Things like that I'm always telling myself, and I feel like that's something that we all need to adopt. We are our worst critics and our biggest cheerleader. The doubt and the naysayers in my head that be telling me, oh, you can't do this, or you can't do that, oh, it's not possible. That's who I am trying to prove wrong every day. So it's not going to happen overnight, but I feel like it's really important to make sure that you're doing those self-affirmations and making sure that you're having that good internal dialogue. Another thing I've been doing is cutting down alcohol. People literally feel offended sometimes when you decline drinking. Like, if you're like, oh, I don't really want to drink that much, I just want to have one drink, they'll be like, oh, why? Like, have another one, have a shot. Like, you're just thinking, I'm trying. And don't be around people who try to peer pressure you. If you're trying to stop any kind of negative habit that you have, get away from those people who are not allowing you to be your best self, because they're going to project their insecurities onto you. A lot of people, when you tell them, oh, I don't want to drink, or I'm not drinking, they'll be like, oh, have another one, because they know if they were in your position, they wouldn't be able to have that self-control to just stop. One thing that I'm doing to level up is just being single. Like, I don't want to be with anybody. I just want to work on myself. I feel like this is my time to work on myself, to pour into myself. I'm the kind of girl, like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I give my everything to them. Like, I'm looking for jobs for them. I'm trying to make them food. I'm trying to, like, figure out what they need to be doing to make themselves happier. Like, I just do too much, and I realize that I can't do that. If that means me being by myself and have my phone dry as fuck, I don't mind. Like, my phone, nobody hits me up, and I love it like that. I go to bed peacefully knowing that no one is playing with me. And I think that's something that is hard for someone who's a lover girl, and especially when you're dealing with grief. Like, the thing you want to do the most is, like, find love in other people and find that thing. But I feel like me separating myself from that kind of cycle of just trying to, like, be with someone or to have someone around me, because just to fight this, like, feeling of loneliness. Being single is, like, the best thing to do if you're trying to level up. It's just be single, be by yourself. Understand that you can do anything. You don't need a man. You will need him eventually, but when you're trying to build, you don't need him. We are not playing with anyone this year. I'm gonna go for my friend's event today, so I'm a little dressed up. You know, I'm doing a little cute. That's all from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.